What is good, everybody? Hope y'all been doing well. In this video, I'm going to be cooking up a beat for Future, similar to the style of Metro Boomin for their upcoming album. Before we get into the cook up though, I want to let y'all know that I dropped a new kit store. That'll be the first link in the description. I currently have a Black Friday Cyber Monday deal going on where all the kits are half off, so be sure to go check that out. Now that we got that out the way, let's just jump into the cook up. So I want to go for that ambient vibe, maybe something a little slower. First thing I'm going to open is Analog Lab, and I'm just going to find an ambient synth key. This is good. I probably don't want something too fast for the tempo. I think I'm going to keep it between 130 and 140. Alright, I'm liking 134 for now. So I'm going to go in here and we're just going to lay down our first melody. I'm going to start with E for my root note, but I might change that. And I'm just going to build upon this and then I'll do something with the second half. I think this is cool, but I want to change the sound before I do anything else. This sounds more Metro Future-esque. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy it over using Control B. And for the second half of the pattern, I'm going to try out putting it either up 5 half steps or down 5 half steps. I'm going to start by moving it down first. I'm going to try moving it up and see what it sounds like. And then I'll drop this an octave. Moving it up 5 half steps and then dropping it an octave, that sounds pretty good in my opinion, so I'm gonna roll with that. And I think I'm actually gonna move it up 1 half step. Alright, I'm liking that. I'm gonna open up Electra X and I'm gonna see if I could find like a pad or some other sound to layer on with it. But I like that. I'm gonna start by just copying that MIDI over. So I don't know why, but this Electra-X preset is 3 half steps down from the original key. So I'm going to take both of these, go to the mixer track and hit Control-Shift-L. And then I'm just going to have both of these sitting here. I'm going to start with the Analog Lab. I want to throw on an EQ and probably some effects. So an alternative to micro shift is just putting on a normal chorus. You could use the stock FL Studio one or another one that you have. So let's throw the Electra one back into the mix and see what it sounds like. So this one's cool, but it kind of takes away from the original melody. So what I'm going to do is cut down these highs a little bit and probably put some halftime on it. Alright, so I like the basses we got so far. I think I'm going to open up either Electra or Nexus. So I went to Serum and I went to my Resonance Serum Bank and I got this bell sound. And I'm probably just going to throw in a quick counter melody with this and just see where it goes. So now I'm gonna add a phrase to this, just to add a little more depth to this sample. I think I'm gonna transpose all of these down too. So select all these, go to the top left here, and then hit transpose selected, -2. And then I'm gonna go to the audio clip and bring this down to 100 cents. I think that's pretty good for the sample. I'm just gonna keep it real simple. Just have like 3 or 4 different layers and that's it. I'm gonna arrange this loop real quick and I will get back to y'all after I'm done with that. And after that, I'll start adding all the drums and all that. All right, so now I got the sample all arranged. So now I'm just gonna render this audio file as a loop. So now that I got the loop rendered out, I'm gonna go up to the top here, click on the arrangement, go to add one, and I'm gonna label it drums. And I'm just gonna drag and drop this loop into here, put it on time, double click on it, hit stretch because we're already at 134. Now I'm just gonna play around with whatever drum sounds that I want and we'll add the drums and call it that. All right, so I'm gonna start by putting this clap down on the third beat of every measure. Pretty simple. And then I'm gonna go back to the channel rack where this selected, hit Control C, and then go to my snare and hit Control V so they all hit on the third beat. So the layered clap snare sounds like this. I've already got my 808, which is kind of a spins type of 808, a little different, but gonna go and put an envelope on that, and I'll just lay down like a general guideline of what the notes are gonna be. So I'm gonna start with the root node of the scale, which is C, and I'm gonna copy this over and move this up 5 half steps or up to the 4th note of the scale. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it's gonna be F sharp. So for these hi-hats, I'm gonna drag in a MIDI and I'll just kind of modify it according to how I want the drum bounce to go. So I'm liking the basses for the drums so far. I'm gonna throw in some perks. So now I'm gonna go back and fill out the 808s with the different notes and all that. After that, I'll probably do the kicks and maybe something else. After that, arrange it, and that's gonna be it. So keeping that super simple, I don't think I wanna do too much. I think I want to change that snare out. It sounds kind of weird. All right, so I'm gonna bring the drums out here, and for the arrangement, I think I'm just gonna leave the sample as is. I'm gonna play around with the pitch one more time just to make sure I don't want to change it.
test.